Oh, okay. Hello. Yikes. Just waiting for this to finish loading. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, the camera is weird today. Oh no. So I'm using my laptop, which I've been using for the past couple of weeks, but all of a sudden it decides that it wants to start zooming in. I did have a really good shot here where you could actually see my counter, and now you can't. We're using my computer because the recipe is on my computer. I have a book that is on Hoopla. I've used it before. I love it. I own one of this author's other cookbooks. This is Ready or Not by Nom Nom Paleo, Michelle Tam and Henry Fong. They're a husband and wife duo. Michelle, does the recipes, she's the chef, and he does the layout, the illustrations, the graphics, and it's really cool. If you've seen these cookbooks before, we have them at the library. And of course, they're here on Hoopla. They have a lot of really interesting illustrations. The layout's really dynamic and easy to follow and very engaging. So this is, so I have the recipe on my computer, so that's why I'm using my computer to film, because it was just too much equipment on countertop space. Anyway, so I'm sorry, it was a better angle before Facebook just decided to zoom in my camera. Hello. Okay, so this is a Thai-inspired Zoodle recipe. We're not doing noodles. Let me open it up. So, of course, on Hoopla, don't forget that you can have lots and lots of bookmarks, which is awesome. I have several bookmarks in this cookbook. Like I said, I bought her first cookbook. I'll probably end up buying this one. And she has a third cookbook coming out, I think, in December. I don't know what it's called yet, but I am pretty excited. I follow her on Instagram, and she's been doing a lot of sneak peeks of what some of the recipes might look like, so it's really interesting. Hoopla is taking a really long time to load today, though. There we go. So this is called the Sriracha Sunbutter Zoodles and Chicken. Oh, there we go. That explains that. I was I was trying to put this recipe into a nutrition calculator, and I was like, why is it so high in calories? And then I realized you're not supposed to use the sauce, the whole sauce. What we're gonna make is I guess it's inspired by like Thai satay, which is usually full of peanuts, but not everybody can eat peanuts and not everybody can eat nuts. So, like several of the recipes that I like to do, this is allergen friendly because it uses sunflower seed butter instead. So what we're going to start with is zoodling. So this recipe calls for carrots and zucchini. I had zucchini, I didn't have any big carrots, so I'm going to use a sweet potato. This is like a cold noodle dish, but I'm going to try to cook this a little bit because I just want to soften the sweet potato up a little bit. So I have my spiralizer here. I'm just trying to readjust the camera angle without tipping my laptop into the sink that's behind it. But because I want you to be able to see the zoodles because it's so fun. So if you haven't used this before, I have this plate in here, and that's going to cut it into, a spaghetti style noodle. A lot of these come with different plates. Mine also comes with one that's larger, so it's more like thick fettuccine sized noodles, and also one that just cuts ribbons, which is really fun. I think I've showed it on here before many months ago when I did it with cucumber, and I made these great ribbons of cucumber, and then I just tossed it with a bunch of dressing and herbs, and it was so good. So you just put this in here, and you just start to, let's remove the cat hair first. I try to wipe this down, but, and see, it just starts coming out like thin little noodles. why it keeps stopping. But see, this is like a really nice size. I mean, it's not that. Yeah, I do want to cook it a little bit. I also love doing the Zoodled sweet potatoes and then crisping them up in a pan and tossing a fried egg on top. That's one of my favorite nutritious breakfasts. And it's just the shape of the sweet potatoes that is not into right now. I don't know why it's not zoodling this. Okay. Are we stuck? Are we clogged? I never have a problem with this until today. I think we're a little clogged. Let's try it. I don't know why it's not zoodling. Okay, we're gonna flip it around. I never have a problem with the Zoodler except for today while I'm here live on Facebook. Okay, flip it around and try the other side. Let's do this side. And then what I'm left with is this little disc, which I'll probably toss in my air fryer later. Anyway, so this is a lot of, whew. This is a lot. This is like, it's like one serve. I'll probably split this up actually, because this is a lot. And I'll save some for my dinner or for my breakfast in the morning. Okay, hang on, buddy. Okay, that's good. This I will save. I have a bowl over there conveniently. So I'm just going to toss this in the pan just to soften it up a little bit, but I don't want to soften it up that much because that's not the goal. It is a cold noodle salad. I just want to soften up the sweet potato a little bit. If I were actually using carrots, I probably wouldn't do that. But we don't want it to get mushy, which is why I'm not going to cook the zucchini, because zucchini zoodles just get wrecked really quickly. Okay, so I'm going to switch to the zucchini. Again, I've cut the ends off both sides. And we're just going to go for it. Here we go. And then like this leftover bit, I just like chop it up and put it in a salad. Or apparently throw it on the floor. So I'm going to get my zoodles into my bowl here. It's a really large serving of zoodles, but it's going to be very filling. Okay. All right, let me just give this a little toss. Dangerously using my hands because I'm a rebel. Okay, so while that starts to soften up, I'm going to move my zoodler, which is on a suction. There we go. Okay, so we're going to make the sauce now. So the sauce is also really easy to do, and the recipe is like a pretty big batch. Let me open up my other bookmark. Here it is. So the whole shtick of this Ready or Not book is that it has a lot of recipes that are very quick to do, like this one, or maybe involve components that you could prepare ahead. Or if you're somebody who just wants to cook, there are also recipes that you can cook and they'll take some time, but there are a lot of quick recipes that use components that you could have. So this dressing is supposed to be, let me get my tongs, pretty quick to do, you'll see. But it uses this sauce that you can prepare either super quickly or keep in a large batch in your fridge. So what this is, let's see, so the sunflower seed butter, some sriracha, and lime juice. So I have some sriracha in here already mixed with some lime juice. Okay, and then we need some sunflower seed butter, which I have over here. Okay, I think I said 2 tablespoons for what I'm making up. Trying to cut the recipe down because I don't need to store a whole cup of it in my fridge, so I'm just trying to use some of her ratios and kind of come up with it myself. Might only even need 1 tablespoon, to be honest, because it's pretty, tablespoon's pretty big. All right. I always forget sometimes, like when I'm measuring something, I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll use 2 tablespoons, and then I forget how large a tablespoon is, and I go, 1 is probably okay. We'll need a little bit of salt. I'm going to turn this off and just let it sit on the heat. Yeah, it's softened up, and because these are nice and thin, oh, there I am. Because these are nice and thin, it's not like you have to worry about it cooking through for a long time. Okay, so I have that in there. And then it says to add some water, about 2 tablespoons worth of water to help thin it out. Okay. And we're going to add some salt, and then we just mix it up. And then if I need to adjust something like maybe the lime juice or the sriracha, you can add a little bit more if you need to. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to mix this up. And just try to like break up that sunflower seed butter. You could use an immersion blender, you could use a whisk, you can use whatever you would like. I'm just gonna do this the hard way, I guess. Alright, how are you doing, buddy? Okay. I just want to make sure it's not getting too soft. Come on. There we go, now we're breaking it down. It's like, oh, I could have just used my immersion blender, this would have been done in 30 seconds, but then I'd have to clean it, and I think for what it's worth, this is easier, see? And so then back to the recipe, I did say that this has chicken. So her whole thing is, okay, so you need a nutritious meal, you need a filling meal, but you don't really have time. So if you make some sauces from her cookbook ahead of time and just keep them in the fridge, label them with the date that you've made them, although, this came together really quickly, so that's not the big deal. Also, she has, I think there's a recipe for some make-ahead chicken, or I'm just using that canned chicken from Trader Joe's that I show off all the time that I really like. And that way you just put the components together. You saw how quick it was for me to just zoodle those things. It was so, so quick. They're here in the bowl. And let me taste the sauce. It's good. It needs something. What does it need? It needs more salt. I didn't add that much salt because I was like, I don't know. But it definitely needs more salt because it has some flavor, but not enough. There's nothing really bringing it all together, and remember, that's what the salt does. Okay, so I'm going to put these into my bowl with my zucchini noodles. Zucchini noodles and sweet potato noodles together. I'm going to just give them a little toss to combine. See, this is really easy. We're almost done. I'm going to add in the chicken that I already have over here. Nice white meat, shredded chicken, lots of protein, super healthy. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just toss this sauce over the top of everything. The book also says that this would make a really great satay sauce. So if you want to do like a chicken satay and you can just kind of use this as a dunker for your chicken, you could do that. Let's see. Put that to the side. I'm going to go ahead and give everything a little toss again. Just to coat the chicken and the noodles here. And then to make it a bowl, you know, bowls are really trendy with like all the components and everything together. I have some avocado already sliced. Put that there. Try to make it look pretty. It's not going to happen. We're just going to toss that on top. Okay, and I've chopped some grape tomatoes. Okay, so we'll put that there too. Add some color. Color equals nutrients. And then I sliced some scallions really thin. You know, I always have some scallions in my freezer, so I just pulled that out and I sliced it really thin. And just get that on top a little bit. Okay, let me wash my hands. Okay, and I'm going to top it with just like a quick crack of pepper because I feel like it needs it a little bit, and a little drizzle of lime juice. Right, so I mean, lime juice has a totally different flavor profile, and it's really common in Thai cooking. I always see it in all of the recipes that I follow. They're supposed to be Thai inspired, so if you don't have lime juice and you only have lemon juice, you can use it. It's just not going to be the same. The flavors just work so well with what you're doing here. So just a little drizzle, and I'll grab my fork, and that's it. We are done, and we have created this really yummy bowl. This is so quick. Just so quick, and the only thing that I did ahead of time was measure out my sriracha and lime juice and open my can of chicken. That's how quickly this came together. Look at, that's a restaurant quality, all right, maybe not restaurant quality, but restaurant looking bowl. So I'm gonna go in and get a little bit of chicken, a little bit of zucchini, a little bit of sweet potato, and see how this all tastes. This is good. Wow. Needs a little more lime juice and a little salt on top, but this is good. You can taste the nuttiness from the sunflower seed butter, but I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes with peanut sauces or even just ice cream, if it's too heavy in peanut, the flavor becomes overwhelming and it's so heavy in your stomach. This is not. This is not. You have that nutty, seedy flavor without it being heavy. And the sriracha is not hot or overwhelming in this recipe. It just kind of gives you a little bit of heat on the back of your tongue, really subtle. And it goes so well with the zucchini and the sweet potatoes. Again, if you used carrots like she actually says that you should, be so good. And because I've kept my zucchini raw and my sweet potatoes are only just barely warmed up, it's got a lot of crunch. There's a lot of texture in here. Oh my gosh, this is a great idea, and it was so quick. You just need to have, you know, if you're somebody like me who always keeps your veggies on hand in your fridge, you just need to have it and get ready to go. Much better. Definitely needed a little bit more salt and a little bit more lime juice. Oh my gosh, it's really good. And it's going to be super filling because this is all veggies. This is not noodles. But it hits that spot for that craving because of the shape and everything. This is good. I can't believe how quick it came together. So, you know, if I wasn't sitting here talking, trying to figure things out, and I just went for it, it would have taken me maybe like 10 minutes tops. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to go finish. I'm not really talking because I'm eating because it's really good. I'm going to go ahead and finish my lunch for the day. Let's take a look at our calendar. Where are we in our calendar? We are getting ready for summer reading programs. So we're going to change it up a little bit for summer. We still have 2 more weeks of book hooks in a row, and then in the summer I'll only be doing 2 a month because we have so much going on. But I'm going to try to make them themed. So every month we'll maybe have a theme, and the recipes will go up on our website. And so, you know, maybe like, I can't even say, maybe like we'll do desserts for 1 month. Maybe we'll go back to zucchini. We have a zucchini cookbook at the library because, you know, towards the end of the summer, everyone's got that summer squash in abundance. So we'll do some themes for the months. So that'll be in July. So we've got 2 more episodes after this for June. Then we need to take a little break to prep for summer reading. We have so much planned. So I hope you'll all look forward to that. We will have all the information coming really, really soon. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my lunch. This is really good, really nutritious, and really fresh. So it's exactly the kind of food that I like. All right, everyone, I'll see you next time. Bye.